It's your girl Sam,
And it's your girl Joy.
and this is Lesbi Real.
Boo.
Okay. Side.
Psych. We had y'all going for a little bit
Don't get
though.
mad at us.
I know. Look, I mean, low key,
Just a
it's a
little bit.
Lesbi Real Boo reunion. I mean, that's
It
what this
is.
is. It is. So, y'all, as you can see, I have a special guest this week. My bestie. She's my audiobook girly. You know, everybody got their different formats.
Absolutely.
Yes, wifey likes a paperback. I like an ebook. And my girl here likes the audiobook.
I have to have the audiobook if you want me to get all the way through it in a reasonable time. Now, if you just want me to take my time, I could do the paperback, but it's going to take me 6 months.
Girl, why is that? I don't it's like my reading speed when I'm reading a paperback is like slow as molasses. But I be speeding through these books on my Kindle.
Well, for me, I can tell you, for me, if it's looking at the paper and the words, it puts me in like a very relaxing state and I fall asleep. So it takes
That's
me
real.
forever to get through the book because it's always putting me to sleep. So if I'm just listening to it while I'm doing other things, I can breeze through books easily. But if I have to sit down and read something line by line, I don't know. I just get relaxed, I get comfortable, and next thing you know, I'm asleep.
That's real. That's real. I feel like my ass can't see half the time. Lana had picked up my Kindle and she was like, "Why is the font so big?" Because I need it big. I need it
Why she have to
big.
come for your life like
I
that?
know.
She
I
have to do
can't
that.
see. I can't see
She
with
know,
my regular
she does.
eyes.
She know you can't see. So why she think the pot
Look,
was big?
that's what I'm saying. So I'll be needing to zoom in, and I can't do
Hmm.
that with a paperback. But yeah, it takes me forever to read them things.
Hilarious.
But it's a growing industry, the audiobooks. Like people are fangirling over these narrators. Like I just love to see it.
And you know what? I feel like I want to see, I have yet found a book where the narrator was like on point. Where I was like,
Mm,
okay, they gave me what they were supposed to give me. I knew what was happening. But my partner does nothing but audiobooks. And I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 audiobooks in a month.
oh wow.
I'm not there yet, but I mean, listen to people's documentaries and, she's read all the books. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on a new book. Oh, okay. But I've never taken the time out, every now and then I'll listen to one. So I said, I'm going to start, listening to them when I'm just sitting here in silence. Or if I'm working, I can work and have the book going. So it's
That's
just
real.
worked out for me. But I had one book that I had a horrible narrator and
Mm,
I barely made it through the book because I was like, I don't know if it's her voice or if it's just how she's read. Is it written poorly? What is it? Because I was just like,
mm-hmm.
I could do better than this.
But
Girl,
them narrators make or break your reading experience. It was this
yes,
one book I hated the narrator. I felt like she sounded like Eartha Kitt, but the but the characters were supposed to be young, and I'm like, you got them sounding like some old cougars in this motherfucker. I couldn't get
right.
past it. Like, why you reading it like
It's
this?
gonna mess up the whole
The whole
visual that you
vibe,
are trying to create. You like, this is not working.
girl. It was giving Eartha and Boomerang.
That's
girl
hilarious.
girl, it was too much for me. I ain't like it at all, but I stuck it through. The book was good, but the narrator she was all right. I just didn't like her voice.
Yeah, and I also feel like if there's more than one person in the book, I don't know, maybe because I'm animated when I talk, give
Mm.
me a different voice. Give me something deeper. Don't just do it in your regular voice the whole time. It's a different person talking. I want to hear a different voice. You can do it. I feel like that's what they need to focus on
That's
when
what
it
I
comes to
yeah.
some of these audibles. Like if the person changes, then you should change. At least the tone. I'm not saying completely change your voice, but like change the tone a little bit. Like
Yeah.
they didn't do that in this book.
No. Well, that's why I like those audiobooks where it's two people. Like if it's dual point of view and it's two different narrators and they
Mm.
play off each other. I like when they do that. When it's more than one
Okay, I
person
haven't
narrating a book.
listened to one of
Mhm.
those yet.
Yeah, so I listened to the audiobook for A Little Kissing Between Friends. It's the same author, her other book. That one
Mm-hmm.
had more than one narrator, and I think they did really good. It sounded like I was like on FaceTime with hell with you. It's not like I was listening to my homegirl on FaceTime and then it was,
Okay.
more than one narrator. I think that's the only time that that works. I don't think none of them are doing a good job switching up their voice from, more than one character. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not. I'm gonna have to find a book with more than one narrator. That might be
Yeah.
right up my alley. Like
Mm-hmm.
this was good. I finished this book in 2 days.
That's real. I like listening to the audiobooks when I'm like going for walks or when I'm crocheting and stuff. I feel like I
Hmm.
need to do something with my hands. Otherwise, I
Yeah,
like
you
lose
have
my
to. I
attention.
feel like you have to be busy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just easy. So I listen to like while I'm driving, or if I'm, sitting in the car waiting for the kid to get done with practice or whatever that may be. I'll be listening to it, so it just gets me through it. And I also like that it gives you like a time. Like this book is going to take 8 hours. Oh, really? And then you see that time going down. Like, oh, I only got 2 more hours left. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah.
I just don't know how people be reading these spicy, like really spicy books in public, all on speaker and shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna turn that
We
down.
at the gas station and she
There's a
listening.
guy. There's a guy on TikTok that
I know
actually
who you
listens
talking
to,
about.
it's like listens to spicy books in the weirdest places, like at gas stations, and he makes sure the volume is all up loud, like just extra, like
The funny ones
cranking
is when he
every
reading Quan Mills.
girl.
That man is a menace.
I was like, I can't, but it's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, tell me about your week, boo, before we jump into this book discussion.
My week, because we always have to recap the week before
Yes,
we get
yes, we
into
do.
our topics.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving y'all a little taste of the old
Lesbi
days.
Real Boo energy. Yes.
um, so it's it parenthood is ghetto. I think that is just where I'm at. Like
Understood.
parenthood is ghetto. Being a parent is ghetto. Being an adult is ghetto. and
Yeah.
and my patience has been like thinner than ice. Like
That's
you
real.
skating on thin ice. Like I don't even know how thin the ice is. You just go from when I tell you my nerves has been so short. So yeah, it's been a week. Um
That's real.
that's really I feel like everyone has been trying to push every button that I have,
Ooh.
and especially like at work. I'm in a different position, so you got people questioning you
Mm-hmm.
when you try to correct them, and it's like this bitch really got me fucked up. So it's like just navigating different personalities at work, and then on top of like adulting and parenting. Yeah, it's been real trash. But we're just
I feel
gonna
that.
keep
I'm going to
light at
pray
the
for
end
you,
of
friend.
send a little prayer up. Y'all light a candle for me. Because
Girl,
I just be like, it's not enough. It's not enough edibles in the world. It's not enough.
that's
It's
real.
not. But yeah,
Well,
how's your week been?
look, I've been on the verge of crashing out for the past week and a half because I don't know how many ways my students could call me an old bitch, and I'm supposed to just keep
Oh,
smiling in their face. I literally,
oh
okay, girl. So classes start this week. So last week we had like a 2-day event where the students could come on campus before classes start and kind of get a head start before classes and learn where their classes are because I work with our incoming students. There's one student who literally keeps calling me old. She think it's funny now. She keep calling me granny, grandma. All of this started because at orientation she had said, "Oh, I'm gonna be in your office all the time." I was like, "Yeah, we could kiki." She said, "Kiki? Oh, you old in front of everybody."
no.
I said, "We can't say that no more. We that's old
She
now."
tried it.
She tried
What?
it.
What are we supposed to say?
I don't know, boo. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm a proud elder millennial. I don't have not nan
You know what?
problems with my age. I ain't one of them bitches that be on the internet talking about, ooh, I don't look my age. I don't care about none of that. I think it's a blessing to get older. It's a lot of people who didn't make it out of their teenage years. So the fact that I've even
That's
turned
true.
40 is a blessing to me. But I don't know how many ways she could keep calling me old and I'm supposed to be cool with it. So I've just been coming to terms with being humbled like this with this new generation of students and the issues they have with aging. And
They
I don't
teach
know. Did
you.
we like tease older people like this when we were their age?
No,
Like, was
because
it
we were too scared to. They are bolder than any other
girl?
generation. We did not play with adults like they play with adults, and I would say this across all teenagers. They say what the hell they want to say, no filter. And then they wonder how, if
Yeah,
you do respond to them, how you want to respond to them, why you act like that. Well, why do you think you could just say whatever comes into your head?
big
Filter that
facts.
shit first before it comes out your mouth.
Okay, I feel like I'm an elder. You need to
Listen,
respect me. When do I get the elder respect? Okay, I got the
girl,
elders treating me like I'm
you
12.
gonna have to
Then
have
I
a
got the
walker
12-year
and a
olds
cane.
acting like I'm not elder age. When am I supposed to get the respect? Okay.
We they
Anyway,
ain't
but she
got
been
it.
calling me old all week. Hey granny, hey grandma. So, but I heard her calling another student grandma. So I was like, so you call everybody this, not just me. So okay, I'm not gonna feel away. But either way, I've been humbled.
Nah,
I didn't
you gonna have
realize.
to. Nah, she would have. Nah, see that wouldn't fly with me. And I know, everyone's like, we accept our age. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know I'm getting old, but you ain't finna call me old to my face. Like, we're
I
not
think
doing
multiple
that.
times.
Yeah, see, we're not doing that. I would have to really sit and figure out what kind of name I was gonna call her when she came back in the classroom. I was gonna have to sit with it. I was gonna have to figure it out because yeah, it's gonna have to hit just as much as that old hit when you say it to me.
We did have to have a conversation today because I'm like,
Oh,
y'all are sensitive. Y'all want to crack and get your jokes off. But if I keep that same energy, now you crying and your feelings are hurt. Millennials grew up roasting each other for fun.
that's what I'm saying. They can't handle it. They're
No,
sensitive. We were
they dish
not
it and can't
sensitive.
take it.
Listen, the way my mama used to talk to me,
Girl, the way they still
listen,
talk to us.
the way my dad called me a crackhead once, like, and I just unprovoked. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even doing nothing. Like I was doing something like I don't know, some kind of crafting or something. I was doing something stupid, but he was like, "What, you a crackhead or something?" And I was like, "Where did that come from?" These kids couldn't handle it. Our
No, we had
parents
to have a
were
thick skin.
thick skinned. Okay,
Thick skin. Yes.
they say
So
nothing to her, but yeah, she would. I would have a good nickname for her.
they can't handle it, girl. I just be sitting there like, you know what? But just talking about boundaries and just you
Yeah,
can't you dish it, and I know that you can't handle this. You
I mean,
know,
but we got some adults that are like that too.
a
I
lot of
mean,
adults, a
a
lot
lot
of
of
adults.
adults.
Most people
So
on the internet. Most people on the internet.
most people on the internet, as we've seen in the past few weeks.
Girl, I
it's,
the ultimate roaster, Miss Cardi B. I've been enjoying her album.
listen,
Did you
I
listen to
listened
it?
to that. I sure did, and
Yeah, me
I was
too.
like, you better cuss that nigga out. You better cuss that nigga out after all the babies you had. And that's all I could say when I forgot what track it was, but it's his
Man
track
of
where
your
she,
word.
one of your word. You better cuss this nigga out. You done had three of his babies. And
Yeah,
he was cheating on you with probably every kid and every which one, and now he got the nerve to be in his feelings because you having someone else's baby. You cuss
exactly.
him out in every
Like she
way
said,
that
it
you
what's
can cuss
going
him out.
on? I told you to be careful with me.
I told you to be
He
careful.
didn't think that she would practice what she preach.
Listen,
But now when
there
she
ain't
called
no.
that girl diarrhea Bia, I'm like, yeah, she is pretty and petty. We done got all off on a tangent. But
We
Cardi
did.
B, but we gonna roll with it because Cardi B deserves. That album was phenomenal. We waited
It
7
was.
years
I
for the
like it.
bangers.
I kept that sucker on repeat. I'm not even gonna lie. I
Same.
listened to it yesterday, and I was driving all the way out south, and I was like, "Yeah, we gonna listen to this back. We run it back. We just gonna."
I've been listening to it on my walk to work. It gets me hyped up. It makes me feel like a bad bitch.
If you're having a bad
Yeah,
day, just turn Cardi B on. It's
it
between
is.
Cardi B and Ken the Man, and if
Oh,
people
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to play you, listen to Ken the Man, because that's what
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to. I get off work and these bitches be trying to play me. I gotta listen to Ken the Man. I'm
Yes.
that bitch. Like, 'cause
I just
she,
like I said, I think the songs have so many affirmations in them, and they just make you feel good. But these albums have been given. Cardi B, you snapped, and I'm proud of you, girl. This is like her version of Lemonade. Okay, so
yes.
good.
If there was a visual that went with
Mm-hmm.
it, it would have been great.
Yeah, yeah,
That would have been great. I would have been here for it.
Yes. Well, thank you for indulging me. I hope that your week gets better and that, things improve and people get off your nerves. They tap dancing on my
Yes,
friends'
yes, we hope.
nerves and I need them to stop.
And I hope them kids stop tap dancing on your nerves. I don't know these folks. They don't be understanding. We're
Girl.
healed. We've done a lot of work to be the people that are before you. I need y'all to know. I tell people all the time, I'm a recovering crash out. Like,
That's fair. You ain't lying. The fact that I even
yes,
let her get them jokes off and I didn't say nothing in
I'm
return
shocked.
is
I'm
growth.
shocked because you real
Growth.
good with nice nasty.
Real good. But you know
You
what?
real
Her
good
heart
with
is in
nice.
the right place. She's sweet. We get along real
Okay,
good. She didn't mean
okay,
nothing
we'll
by
give
it.
her. I would still
All I
have a
did
good
was
day.
remind her that she's going to be old one day. And she was about to crash out about that. You know, you're going to be old one day. You're not going to be young forever. Aging comes for all of us. So you either
Mm-hmm.
embrace it or you fight against it. But it's inevitable. And either you're
About how old
alive or you're dead. So
is she?
what you say?
You know how old she is? She like 19, 20.
Yeah, these are all I work with all incoming first year students. So most of them are coming fresh
Okay.
from high school.
I was like, she hasn't even hit
Hmm.
21 yet. That's when they really
No.
feel old. I was like, I get her a real over the hill birthday card
I
for
know.
her.
But yeah, this is their first year in college. So,
Oh,
it's
okay.
okay. I grew up from the roastings millennial era. So one thing I do have is a thick skin. So it's okay. But I was like, oh, who you calling old? But you know what? It's all right. I had to remind her too, baby, I don't even have any kids. Y'all keep calling me granny and auntie, all this stuff. I don't have any kids to even
Yeah,
have kids that
they
have
call it
kids.
27-year-olds and 30-year-olds old now, girl.
That's crazy. So
Insane.
insane. Well, I guess we can transition and talk about the reason why we're here, which is the book.
Sure. Good,
All right,
good.
so for those of you who are new to joining us, our September book pick was Devon and Chris Plan a Wedding. So this is the last time that we're going to discuss this book because it is now time to transition into spooky season. It's October. We got a whole new book pick for October, and I will tell y'all about that book at the end. But we are at the point, like I said, this book, we're wrapping it up. So the in-person book club meeting is on Saturday. It is now time for us to come together and discuss this book and tell me how y'all really feel. So that's what we're gonna do today. But this book is two women joined a reality TV show and they got paired up and they have to convince their families that they are getting married in 6 weeks and get the families to help them plan this wedding. So it's a fake dating, fake engagement, reality TV show type of vibe. So with that, Boo, like you've been reading this book with me. Like, how do you like it? What's your like initial thoughts with it? What you thinking?
So initially, I'm trying to understand who in their right mind thought that lesbians can go on a dating show and it be fake for the entire time
That's real. That's
that they are.
real.
It only takes 48 hours. Let's be all the way honest.
Girl, let somebody stare at you long enough. You be like, is that wifey? I think
Right.
she want me.
I have heard so many people talk about first dates that last 3 days long, or first dates and they've been there for a week when it comes to the lesbian community. But how did we think that this fake, like, who came up with the basis for the reality show? That's what I wanted to understand. Like, that was interesting to me, but okay, I guess. And we're gonna try to convince our family that this is real. Like, my mama asked way too many questions. So my mama be like, "Well, where she come from? How long has this been happening? You think you just finna get? Do you
What
even
she do
know
for a
anything?"
living?
Right?
How
They
much
go
she
ask
made?
all the questions,
Where she live?
everything, and I'm not gonna have the answers. So it's
Where her
like,
people from?
where are people from?
If you from Chicago,
Well,
what high
mama,
school she go to?
that's what I'm saying. But other than that, I thought it was cute. I thought it was a cute book. Sometimes it was a little like being an audiobook, so I want everyone to realize I was listening to it. So sometimes it was hard to follow on
Hmm.
who was talking. So I had to do a lot of like rewinding because of the narration. This goes back
That's real.
to like we were talking about the narration. So sometimes I'm like, well, who's talking? Like, who's talking now? Because it was a lot of back and forth talking or back and forth scenes. So we're in this scene and this person is talking. Now we're in this scene and Chris is talking. So, but other than that, I thought the overall book was cute.
But the switching of the POV and not knowing who's talking, I had the same issue with the written words. Like
Oh,
I had to keep,
okay.
yeah, so I had to keep clicking to see which chapter am I in, who's talking. So that was
Mm,
consistent even in the print, I guess. Yeah,
okay.
in the actual book. Yeah. So you're not
Yeah, that
crazy.
was
I felt that way too.
I was like, who's talking now? Well, whose family are whose house we at now? Like, so it was hard for me to keep up with like whose mama is this now? Like,
But
whose
you know
mama?
what made me laugh? Like when they went to that first venue and they thought that shit was haunted. It was water on the floor. I was talking to wifey about that shit, but when they started praying and Chris' mama brought out the rosary, girl, when I tell you I laughed out loud because I could see that whole thing. I'm like that was hilarious to me.
Well, if you got a religious family, period, and I feel like there was a lot of religion that they kept bringing up,
Yes.
and basically, the whole closeted thing, and because of religious issues, I was like, child, they gonna put some oil on these walls,
Girl, and watch that venue be like 15 grand in Chicago.
right?
Why are the venues so expensive?
The
So
venues are
expensive.
high
You know,
AF.
you see, you dealing with it personally. You
Yes,
understand.
yes, to the point where it's real close to not happening. Just-
So for those of y'all who are new, my boo is getting married and planning a wedding and dealing
Ow.
firsthand with having to search for venues.
Yes, and I can see why people elope. Like I
Yes.
could totally see why people elope. Like this is just crazy. Just looking at the prices of things. Like and then y'all doing this in 6 weeks. This is what I'm saying. Just looking at the prices of things and basic liquor packages. And I'm like, my family's some alcoholics. We can't have a basic liquor package.
No, we
We
gotta do
gotta
open
have
bar.
I said we gotta have a premium liquor package. How much does that
Yeah.
cost? More than the venue. How, Sway? Like
Yeah.
and I'm not even doing an actual wedding ceremony. Like I'm just doing the reception and food, just food, liquor, venue, DJ, all of that gets really high. And it's like, I feel like I can go on a really good vacation with some of my close friends, and I think I might enjoy that a little bit more.
That's
So
real. Just let me know where to be and what the
I'm
dress
just
code
telling
is,
you,
okay? If we're doing colors and everything, I'm
yeah, it's real wavering right now.
I understand.
I told you my patience is thin. Frustration. But yeah, everything's high. I don't know how. And 6 weeks, man, my anxiety would be through the roof.
But I feel like this book really reminded me about why lesbians are never beating like those U-Haul allegations.
Never
Cause
beating.
I was reading it and it really didn't seem fast to me. I was like, well, yeah, 6 weeks.
6 weeks is a long time in our
It
world.
is. It is. Girl, it's like dog years.
I've seen people do. I've seen people do things quicker. It's been a week. Like
They done
folks done
moved in
moved.
together.
Moved in. They got their own. What do you call it, playlist?
And they got a
they,
dog.
they got a dog.
Like, wait, how long
They,
y'all known each other? Girl, it's been 2 weeks. Oh, okay.
I'm like, and
It,
then when
it
you
seemed
try to
real
push
normal to us now.
it is. It really is. That's why I was just like, yeah, this is right. The timeline, I can see it. I definitely can see
Okay.
it.
Man, but I thought that the ending was really cute and like how for those of y'all who have not finished the book, that's not my fault. I told y'all that we was gonna be
Spoiler
talking
alert.
about this book. Spoiler alert. But I like that they chose each other instead of
hmm
the money. And then still ended up getting the money. A win is a win.
A win
A
is a
win is
win.
a win. I was excited. I'm like, look at them turning down the money just to end up getting the money.
Listen, a win is a win.
A
That's what
win
we
is a
like.
win.
So, like, this brings up the closeted question,
Yes, yes.
and I feel like, Did they ever say? I may have missed it. Did they ever say how old they were?
Ooh, don't let me get to forgetting. I they're
I might.
older, but I don't know if they like really went into detail like the age.
Yeah, because
I don't quite
and
remember. I'll be honest with you. I've been reading like 3 books at the same
yeah,
time.
I don't went
So
through like
I don't remember the age, but they're not young.
yeah, that's what. So I'm thinking they're older. In my older age, I feel like that would be a lot to deal with.
To date
Now, I'm
somebody
not
that's closeted.
to date someone that is closeted, and just from like a emotional standpoint,
Mhm.
because you have to realize how you are going to show up if you choose to be with someone who's going to be closeted, and how you aren't going to be always a priority because they're trying to live in two worlds.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's real. But like with the PDA, I feel like Chris was super on edge about being affectionate with Devon because she didn't know how she was gonna perceive things with her being closeted and, you know, how comfortable she might be with the level of affection. And as you saw, her parents be all over each other. She grew up in a very affectionate household. So she was also having like some anxiety or just concerns around, am I doing too much with her also coming out, you know?
Yeah. Well, see, growing up in my house, my parents were like that too, but it also is like we're not like that in front of our parents.
I know
I don't
it
know.
feels weird.
It feels weird. It feels weird. It's just like, yeah, we not, you watch TV and you even if it's not like a gay couple, even a
Mhm.
straight couples, you be like, you doing all that in front of your parents? Like the teenagers, how they be all hugged
Yeah,
up and stuff. Like we wasn't doing that. Like it doesn't matter how old you are, even in my old age now, we don't do that.
I
so
know.
I can see how that is a little because I'm not making out with you in front of my parents.
But I read this book and was like, challenge accepted. I still haven't. I know that's something I said. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. But we have been a lot more affectionate since reading this book because that was like my call to action in my second episode was that I wanted people to be way more affectionate and like really lean into that. Cause I do think there's like a double standard that people don't react the same way to queer people being affectionate publicly as they do when it's a heterosexual couple. And I think that's also
Definitely.
it too. We're also like just being very mindful of like how comfortable are they with me and I'm in a queer couple with, kissing in front of them and being more affectionate. So I think that's also a layer that we always like are just thinking about and it's heavy on us when we are in front of our parents or family.
Absolutely. Even if it goes to comfort outside of family spaces, you're wondering like, is it safe?
Yeah.
Be as affectionate as we are in this
Mhm.
space. Because you just never know.
Yep.
Us being black in a non-black space, like we can't hide that. But like when it comes to your sexuality, you just don't know how people
Mhm.
show up. So yeah.
But I have a question for you. Okay, so we're talking about would you be comfortable dating someone that's closeted, but would you be comfortable dating someone that's a social media personality? Because Chris is like social media famous and got all the thotties on the
Yeah.
internet, and she been running through them hoes. And now
Yes.
we're supposed to believe that she's ready to settle down and be with
Yes.
one woman. But how will her fans on the internet feel? Because we know that's like easy.
So I just feel like you have to be a strong person because people still gonna jump in the inbox.
Yep.
If they are like fake celebrities, social media celebrities, like people are gonna steady be disrespectful. Like if you scroll through TikTok, you'll see people still being disrespectful and they know that these couples are together or that person is married. I've seen married people have to put a post talking about y'all ain't gonna keep disrespecting my wife, like I told
Yep.
y'all what it is. Like it's a constant battle because I feel like it's going to put more stress or strain on the relationship.
Hmm.
You have to really have boundaries put in place. I
That's
don't
real.
think I could do it because it's only going to take maybe two random bitches to come out their pocket, and then I'll just be like, you know what, I just don't understand because what is it that you doing that's making these bitches think this is cool? Like I can see myself,
You about to
what,
crash out. Why
that's
she
what I
sending
said,
you these pictures?
recovery crash out. I'm just saying, like, because what are you doing that you're inviting this? Like, at some point, like, and I've seen like the TikTok famous people, they be putting thirst traps up. What are you doing, to entertain this? If you entertaining it, I can see it for me, it would be a problem.
Yeah. So I think. It depends on the type of social media content that they make. Because somebody could have a lot of followers and they do like educational, informational content, but
Hmm.
that's not what Chris doing.
That's
She
not what
says
Chris
she's
is
a
doing.
fitness influencer, and she
I
be
mean, she
posting these little thirst traps of
first
her in
trap
the gym.
with no clothes on. Hmm.
Exactly. So, and Devon is giving shy, wholesome,
Hmm.
sweet girl. I really
Hmm.
hope that she know what she's signing up for. Dating a woman that has a platform like this. She got to be real secure.
She's not, because I'm just like, she's giving little country girl,
I know.
you know, a little sweet home, and no, but that's okay. She gonna find out. She gonna find out.
I almost feel like I need a "Where Are They Now" update because the book ended real cute. You know, they in love, got married, got some money, but that was all in 6 weeks. I want to know what happens when the real work starts to happen and they got to
I
like
need a,
actually make this relationship work.
I need a 2 years later
2 years
update.
later, I need an epilogue. I need an update.
First year might be cool. I need a 2 years later.
Yes.
Where are they now? Because what happened 2 years down the line after you got to deal with this person on their phone all the time? Y'all can't even go out and have a nice dinner. What boundaries? Like, I need a 2 years later update.
I know. I think I will say that I'm happy to leave the story where it's at. I think the reason why I like this book is because it's just so sweet and it's a nice little happily ever after. In real life, we don't always get these happily ever afters. And I think we deserve to have our fairy tales and our happy endings. So that was something I did like about the book. I know some people hate that about the romance genre, but that's what I love about it is that I need me a happy ending in the end. I need to see the couple, the girl get the girl, them ride off
Hmm.
into the sunset. It just makes me feel happy about my life and give me an escape from reality, you know.
I'm always wanting turmoil and conflict.
As you do, as you do. Somebody done
I'm,
died.
I'm always wanting something to go left. I'd be like, and that's what you get for believing that, bitch. I told you.
And do.
I like a little shake up at the end, but it was cute. It was
It
definitely
was
cute.
cute. It was cute.
There was a little shake up at the end. That would have. I'd be like, yeah,
So they tried to add conflict with Tanisha coming to the
yeah.
club, you
Hmm.
know, but that was just kind of messy. So your situation with your person that you was paired up with didn't work out, and you feel like you should have been partnered with Devon. So you was gonna go to the club and try to take what was yours.
See what I'm talking about? Disrespectful bitches.
Yeah,
I
like
keep
what
telling-
was you hoping for it to happen?
and now she got to keep remembering that these disrespectful bitches go keep coming around on both ends. On both ends, it's always gonna be somebody to test y'all.
Big facts. That's why you got to have like a solid foundation and have open communication. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, solid foundation. I feel like me and wife, we go and do everything. We always kind of together. So can't nobody be like, oh, well, your wife was with me. No, she wasn't.
That's
No, she wasn't.
listen, if mine ain't with me, she at church. What y'all gonna do? What you gonna tell? Because I
That's what
know
I'm
she has
saying.
somebody church. Doing somebody's work. So I mean, you not you. Oh, okay.
And wifey's never beaten those stalker allegations. She be watching my location, her sister's location, her friend's location, like a creep. Why you over there? Why are you looking at my location?
Now she gonna ask you what you doing, where you over there.
I'm telling you, she called me the other day asking why I looked like I was in the lake. And I was just walking along. Why I look like you in the lake? Are you okay? Like, girl.
I would have did the same thing if your little dot looked like it was in the damn water, bitch. You alive? That's what she's supposed to do, Joyce. We've had this conversation. You have a problem with people knowing your location, though.
I do. And do. Look, y'all, I was so resistant. Saying and my wife are the only people that have my location, and they had to fight me tooth and nail to get that shit. But
We
then they
did.
was like, "We just want to make sure you safe." I said, "Okay, you
See,
right." But it feels
you
real
could have been
big
in the water
brotherish to me.
somewhere.
I know I could have been in the water. I mean, but when y'all presented like that, I understood the logic. That's why y'all got my location. And I'll be telling you, look, I'm going out of town. I need your ass to be looking at my location to make sure I'm safe.
Exactly. She
Now
always be
I
taking
understand
walks and
now.
shit. Don't want nobody to know her location. You be taking random ass walks.
That's
We need
fair. That's
no.
fair. That's fair. But I don't be out here doing nothing. Okay. I just read my 100th book. That should let y'all know exactly what I be doing with my time. Okay. I don't be
Okay,
out here
well,
doing nothing. Girl, obsessively reading. and rubbing my feet together on wifey's
Listen,
lap. That's all I do.
because you have to find a way to decompress at the end of the day when
Girl,
you just, and you deal with way more people than I deal with. Like I'm virtual right now. When I have to start going back into the office, I can only imagine how it's going to be 10 times worse. But, at the end of the day, you have to find something to just relax and chill out and, let the day go away.
I know.
So I don't blame you.
Yeah,
You
because
keep reading.
every day there's an event that just will get you stressed out. Like, we're not using Tylenol now because don't
Girl,
even what's
like I
going
don't
on with
even
our country.
I going to hell in a handbasket. Is that the saying? Hell in a
Yeah,
handbasket?
hell in a handbasket.
I don't know, but it's a mess. First is the rapture. I didn't even know nothing about the
Girl,
rapture. Did
well,
you
I
know
found
about the
out about the rapture on TikTok. I said, "Oh, did I
Me
miss
too.
it if I'm still here?"
I said, so it's supposed to happen in a couple hours? Because I found out last night. I was like, oh, so,
I
and I
survived
was like,
Y2K. We were supposed to been gone.
I was say, how many raptures have we been through?
Y2K 2012.
It's the people who are actually giving up their stuff, selling their houses and cars. I said, how come I couldn't just fall
Let me
into,
hit the lick, okay?
a foolishness like we want to give you all our money because we aren't going to be here. Okay, no takesies, backsies.
Hit that Zelle payment.
Right. Because once you give it to me, it's gone.
Look,
But yeah, I see people were selling their cars and they were renting out their houses. It was a mess.
the internet is a wild place.
It is a very wild place.
And
The
now with
things that
AI, it's like really getting people caught up. They don't know what's real and what's not.
nope. And now they have AI artists, like musical artists.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
did not know
Kalani was
that.
talking about it. She's like, "You guys are fanning over an AI artist. Like, do you guys realize how crazy this is for people who actually are vocalists, and then you just have like an AI artist coming?
Crazy word.
You got to compete with. Like, that's insane. It's too much."
I just feel like we watched movies like I Robot and just felt like, oh, that seems like it's cool. Let's go
Yeah,
ahead and let's do that. Like, y'all didn't heed the warning.
yeah. No, we never do until it's too late.
Girl. Hell,
And then
Matrix. Matrix was trying to tell us.
we never do. We never realize it until it's too late. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, but this is why I read my happy, warm and fuzzy sapphic books to, just give me something to decompress. Cause like you said, it's so many stressors out here in the world. It'll keep us elevated and anxiety on 10. And you gotta find ways to kind of like just help yourself relax and release that stress. And reading does that for me. You know, we all have our things, okay? I could be out here doing crack, like they said. And I chose books. I feel like I
I'm
don't
like,
get enough credit for that.
I don't get enough credit for how nice I am to people. Like,
And you're a Gemini.
and I'm a
It goes
Gemini.
against your nature.
It really does because the other twin is in the back in the cage, like, bitch, let me out.
That's real. And I've seen her. Not against me. I make sure to stay on the right side. But I've seen that other side. They don't know.
Like, let
They
me out.
they don't give you enough credit, friend.
Like, I had to talk to myself today because I was thinking about some crazy shit that I was gonna do. I was like, I will go over here and I will break every fucking thing. And then I had to talk to myself, like, you don't break it because then what's gonna happen after you break it? I don't give a fuck. I'm about to tear everything up. Like, so I
So
had
it
to talk
sounds
to
like we need to go to a rage room. We
Yeah,
need
I
to
think
break
I
some
might like
things.
one of those.
Yeah, maybe we could do that for one of our sister dates. Go to a rage room.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Hmm.
look it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us problem solving.
Yes, look at that. You know how we do.
Yes.
I always
Well,
come up
before we
with
wrap up this discussion, what would you rate this book? 1 out of 5. Where would you rate it?
I would give it a 3.5
Okay.
only because I was having a hard time just following who was talking more than once. Like if it was just like okay, but once again maybe because I was doing an audible and I felt like it could have had a little bit more, I need a little bit more drama.
I feel that.
Just a little bit more drama. I feel like for it to be a reality show, like it was not a lot of drama.
It
I
was
need
too
a little
fluffy.
bit. Yeah, it was too flip. Just a little bit more drama, and I probably did like a 4.5 out of 5. But yeah.
I would give it a 4.5, but I'm easy. If you if you make me laugh and shed a tear and I want to talk about the book after I
Hmm.
read it and share with others, then you close to a 5. I would only knock down a half a like it would be a 5 for me, but I also had some issues with like the POV, but really I need more spice. I felt like the book could have been a little spicier. But that's not like
This
a real reason to knock off points, I guess, because not every book like I'm not somebody that seeks out spicy books, but this book felt like it should have had a little bit more spice.
Yeah, because the spice was very vanilla.
Very.
The spice that was there, it was like, girl.
No.
But yeah, I can see that. I definitely can see that.
So it was a 4.5 for me. I rounded
Okay,
up on my Goodreads and gave it a 5, but it would be a 4.5 for me.
okay,
But I
all
enjoyed it.
right.
I even went and wrote a little message on the author's page, like, thank you for writing this book. I love the damn book.
It's not topping. What was that? That trilogy you made me read with choices.
Choices, Sky.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes,
It's not topping that.
that series was
Now I
good.
will tell y'all. I read the actual physical book on that one and didn't fall asleep. That was the
Yeah, we
one
were.
book that I would be able to read that I did not fall asleep. And then I went to the audibles for the other, book series. But yeah, that one, yeah, I flew through those books.
Well, maybe we need to reread those with the book club because I love that
Ooh,
book series. That was like my first book series that kind of got me into sapphic books, and
mhm.
I read that when I was coming out. It was good.
Yeah, it was so good.
But it's an OG book series. So, people be acting like they got everything they got to read has to be like the new releases, when there's so many great books that came out years ago. And y'all need to go
Absolutely.
back and dabble in some of those.
That was a good one.
All right, well, before we go, I'll preview our next book. So we're
Ooh.
entering October. We're entering spooky season. So our next book is going to be This Poison Heart by Kaylin
Ooh.
Bayron. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but This Poison Heart is the next book. So this one got a lot of whimsy, witches. Well, I don't know if it's got witches. Let me not get to lying to y'all, but it's got magic. I haven't read it, so I don't actually know what it's
Okay.
about just yet. Okay. But okay. It says it's got dark magic, a dangerous curse, and an ancient mystery. But I wanted to read something that'll get me in the headspace for like Halloween and spooky season. This is a young adult book, so it's not gonna have like a lot of spice, but it does have a sapphic romance in there and some queer representation, and it is black. Okay, I read her other book, Cinderella is Dead, and love that book. So I'm excited to read another one by her. But someone on TikTok slid in my comments and was like, "Oh, you need to read that," because I had put it in a post saying that this was on my TBR list, and they had gave it rave review and said I would love this book. So we're gonna read that next. This Poison Heart. So if you want to get a head start and get the next book, that's what we're going to be reading. And then I will announce the date for our October book club meeting. But in the meantime, y'all could go ahead and head over to Fable and join virtually. But all of that will be announced on the next episode, the date for the book club meeting and what we can expect for October. But saying, I appreciate you, Boo. I appreciate you for joining me.
Absolutely.
Yes, I appreciate you for listening to this book. This is outside of your typical genre.
It is because I like shoot 'em up, bang bang, kill 'em dead series.
That's why I want you to read these Jacquel J books. They not sapphic, but girl, I have not been able to put them down. They're
Okay.
so good. Every book got like shootouts and oh, it's just so good, girl. So I'm telling you right now,
It's right up my alley.
you will not be able to put these books down. This
Okay,
woman put crack in these books. Okay.
right. I'm here for it.
And I am a very much a lesbian. And I'm over here like, am I? Because I kind of like Kwamir.
It's a book.
These ain't real people.
These is not
These
real
these
people, bro.
fictional men. I had to tell wifey like, I kind of like Meerkat. That man,
Lyric, Lyric is a fictional character.
fictional character. But it's a thing on TikTok where the girls have been using AI and like making photos, like they taking family vacations with these fictional book men. It's crazy. They look so realistic. I'm gonna
Girl,
send you some. I'm gonna send you some. They look so
send me some.
realistic. I will. But you like them shoot 'em up, bang bang books? I'm gonna get you to read. Listen to Capone. Start with Capone, book one. It's gonna hook you in the first chapter, G. The first chapter, you're gonna be
Okay.
hooked.
I might have to pop in every now on y'all.
Yes, my boo is gonna be joining us for episodes to discuss these books with me because this is my bestie, and this is what we do.
This is what we do.
This is what we do. But thanks again, friend, for joining me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for including me in the book venture and
Yes.
getting me to, read things that are out of my world. I appreciate
Well,
it.
you've really gotten me to step out of my comfort zone, so we do that for each other.
Absolutely. You know how we do. That's what sisters do.
Yes. Oh, sisters.
Love you.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the Book Lovers Club. If you love today's episode, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a chapter. And if you're feeling generous, leave a review because those reviews help other lovers find us. So if you want to keep this conversation going, join me on Instagram or hop on over to Fable to join the virtual book club. And until next time, remember, the stories we read can help us write the love lives of our dreams. Ain't that right, Sam?
That's what I do.
That's right.
Like it.
Clock it. All right, see you next Sapphic Saturday.
Bye, guys.